Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name's Imogen and in today's video I'm going to be sharing how to get out of your self-destructive patterns. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get straight in there. So I have had a lot of self-destructive patterns in my life. And indeed, I'm probably going to do a video on how I ruined my life and how I fixed it. But anyway, the first thing is to recognise the pattern. So for example, in my first year of uni, I drank way too much. And this, it stemmed from me not drinking at all as a teenager. So I got to uni and I was like, oh my gosh, alcohol, hooray, let's drink. And that kind of, even though I didn't drink very much compared to my peers, because I didn't drink anything at all, I was a complete lightweight, it led to me having kind of an alcohol problem, and that I didn't like who I was when I was drunk, and I just it really hurt my mental health. I'd got anxiety over it and so forth. So I just decided that enough was enough, and recognising that pattern really helped me. So acknowledge your self-destructive behaviours. It may feel like failure. Does that make sense? It may feel like failure to acknowledge these behaviours because you'll be saying, oh, I'm self-destructive, and everyone sees that as a bad thing. But it's actually good to recognise it. It doesn't make you a bad person for doing it, and it makes you a better person for the fact that you are able to address these patterns. So recognise and accept these patterns. Honestly, some people live their entire lives in denial, so the fact that you're not living your life in denial is a really, really positive sign, and I'm very proud of you. So don't judge yourself. Everyone has challenges, everyone has struggles, everyone has bad habits. I still have bad habits. I literally have a Reddit account and I go on Reddit a lot. That's a massive red flag. That's probably one of the most red flags about me. Actually, I did a video on red flags, so go watch that if you want. But the point is, identify your self-destructive patterns. Do you procrastinate a lot? Do you drink too much? Are you bad with money? All of these things. Also, point 2, identify your triggers. So what triggers you to engage in these negative behaviours? So for me, drinking, I wanted to feel socially accepted. Obviously, I still drink, and on occasion I still drink quite heavily, and I enjoy it, but all things in moderation, not all the time, which I was drinking all the time, which it was not good for me, and it might be fine for you, but for me, not great. But identify the situations or the feelings that lead you to engage in these destructive behaviours. So you might have anxiety and that's leading you to procrastinate, for example. I understand, I also have anxiety, sometimes I also procrastinate. But understanding your triggers can help you break the cycle, so to speak, because you're seeing the source of the problem and you're well on your way to addressing it. Okay, the third thing, set realistic goals. So what is your goal? What pattern do you want to break? How do you want to break it? So do you want to get down to X number of drinks per week, or do you want to have X amount in savings? Do you want to stop your destructive patterns where you're sort of eating unhealthily or anything like that? So set your realistic goals. You want to eat X number of healthy meals per week, or you want to get down to X number of drinks per week, or I'm all about specific goals, you know me. The fourth thing I want to say is develop healthy habits. So the more you engage in positive behaviours, the more they will stick in your brain, because that is how the human brain works, and everyone tells you this all the time, so I am yet another person telling you to develop healthy habits. But I think the thing is that everyone says develop healthy habits, but then nobody says what healthy habits are, or you always hear the same thing over and over and over again. It's drink water, eat healthy food, exercise, sleep, all of those things. But everyone knows they should do them, but nobody does them, or very few people do them. And I think it's about addressing what's stopping you specifically, because everyone will have a different reason or a different excuse for not engaging in healthy habits, and I have a million of them. So I'm not judging you, but I'm in no position to judge you. But yeah, think about why you're not engaging in those healthy habits and what you can do, whether it's setting a reminder or rewarding yourself. So it could be anything, but identify your triggers. Why are you not doing healthy things? How can you remind yourself to do healthy things? Okay, the next thing I want to say is therapy. A big part of the reason that my mental health has improved so much is I had an excellent therapist, and indeed I'm probably going to go back and ask her for some more therapy sessions, because I am far from fixed, but bless her, she was working as hard as she could, but I got some issues, guys. Anyway, but like therapy, if you can find a wonderful therapist and if you really engage with the therapeutic process and if you find the right kind of therapy, I've done a whole video on therapy. Anyway, I highly recommend it. Like, I really, 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 really recommend it. And that will also help you identify your self-destructive patterns, because when someone else sees your like life and the inside of your mind, they will be able to see stuff that you can't necessarily see. It's basically the equivalent of like your friend coming over to your house and your house is a mess and they're like, damn, you live like this, but like for your mind. So get someone to look around your mind and go, damn, you live like this, and help you clean up, basically. Challenge your negative thoughts. So this is kind of linked to therapy, but cognitive behavioural therapy, which is the type of therapy I had, can help you recognise and change, like intentionally change your thought patterns, which can be really, really, really helpful. Get yourself a support system, like supportive friends. I cannot overemphasize the impact that a few very supportive friends have had on my life. Like, I'm not a massive extrovert, I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I do have, I absolutely cherish, because they have done so much for me, and yeah, I love them. Also, learn from your mistakes, because we all make them, and if you're not learning from them, then it's kind of just a waste of time, right? So learn from your mistakes, guys. Also, get yourself a positive environment, and the thing that goes with this is also setting boundaries, because I think a lot of the times we think about, like, setting a positive environment as adding a lot of stuff into our lives, but sometimes it can be taking stuff out and creating a tranquil space that sort of, it just sort of nurtures your ability and your capacity to like take care of yourself, if that makes sense. So just create a safe, calm space for you to reflect on your own patterns and, you know, a few trusted people that you can share with. I think what I'm trying to say here is basically quality over quantity. When you're trying to break self-destructive patterns, you might have a lot of them. Focus on a few, you know, create a small space that's safe for you. Go to a therapist, like, focus on quality over quantity, and yeah, that will help. Okay, that's all for today. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe, get yourself over to my Instagram and follow me on there, give this video a thumbs up, and we are done for today. I'll see you guys later. Bye!